Kia ora Rotorua tonight on City News. Environment Minister Dr Nick Smith launches the Waste to Gold pilot program. The Regional Land Transport Strategy is opened for public submissions, and the Eastpak Ripper World Cup event takes place at Smallbone Park. Those stories and more in detail tonight on City News. Minister for the Environment Dr Nick Smith has opened a pilot project at the Council's wastewater treatment plant. The project involves Crown Research Institute Scion and the Council, who joined forces in 2008 to develop a new approach to the management of organic waste. The thermal oxidation pilot plant has been developed by Scion as an initiative of the Waste to Gold Biosolids Research Program into organic waste utilisation. Dr Smith says the potential of the technology to not only improve waste disposal but to also provide a revenue source from the converted waste is exciting, and he says the government is also excited about the prospects of the Waste to Gold program.
The government started up the Wasteman funds in our first year in government. As those monies have flowed through, this is the largest single grant that we've given, and that's because we are tremendously excited. Every community in New Zealand has got this problem of what to do with its biosolids that comes out the rear end of its sewage processing plant. We want to reduce that amount of waste that's going to landfill. This exciting technology is a way to do it. It's only a pilot project at this point. It's particularly significant in Rotorua in that we've had a pretty sorry history of the sewage waste doing tremendous environmental damage to Lake Rotorua, a problem that's going to be around for generations. And so it's fantastic to be in Rotorua, seeing Scion, the Rotorua District Council and government partnering up to try and find an economic solution to a pretty challenging environmental problem.
The pilot plant will initially operate for 12 months, and depending on the results, the next stage will be to construct a demonstration plant sized to handle all of the biosolids from Rotorua's wastewater treatment plant. And while in Rotorua yesterday, Environment Minister Dr Nick Smith launched the Love New Zealand Recycling Initiative to coincide with the Rugby World Cup 2011. The initiative involves an additional 25 temporary public recycling bins around high-profile sites. There will also be temporary bin hire during the tournament for the Rotorua International Stadium and fan zones. Dr Smith says the Love New Zealand campaign is about recycling thousands of tonnes of glass, plastic and paper that would otherwise go to landfill, and showing our 85,000 international guests that we care for our environment. Air New Zealand has confirmed 6 Rotorua to Sydney flights have had to be cancelled due to low passenger numbers. Last Saturday's and Tuesday's flights were cancelled, and a further 4 will be cut in coming weeks. Those dates are Saturday the 4th of June, Tuesday the 7th of June, Saturday the 11th of June and Saturday the 18th of June. Those cuts have affected Queen's birthday plans for some event organisers and participants, but despite the cuts, Air New Zealand says they are committed to the success of the flights and have no plans to axe further Trans-Tasman flights from Rotorua Airport. Investing in a transport system that supports a growing regional economy while improving road safety and maintaining the unique Bay of Plenty lifestyle are the key objectives of the proposed Regional Land Transport Strategy of 2011 through to 2041. The proposed strategy is now open for submission and takes a long-term view of the issues facing the region's transport system and sets a direction for the next 30 years. It will influence how the region's transport funding is used and will provide direction to the regional city and district councils and the New Zealand Transport Agency as they develop and implement transport plans. Regional Transport Committee Chair Jane Neves says the committee was keen to hear if the proposed strategy aligned with what people thought the direction for transport planning and investment in the region should be. The strategy can be viewed at the Bay of Plenty Regional Council's website, and submissions close on Friday the 1st of July 2011. In sport tonight, nearly 500 young rugby players have helped the Bay of Plenty celebrate 100 days to go until the start of the Rugby World Cup 2011. Year 3 to Year 6 pupils from Rotorua have taken part in the Eastpak Ripper World Cup event, which follows on from events already held in Tauranga and Whakatane. Bay of Plenty Rugby Union Operation Manager Neil Alton says it was a great opportunity for schools and young people to help celebrate the upcoming World Cup, and to learn more about the countries that are competing. Mr Alton says the teams involved adopted a country name, learnt about it and wore costumes at the tournament. He says the winning teams will take part in the Eastpak Bay Wide Ripper World Cup, which will be held on Wednesday the 8th of June at Paengaroa Domain. He says winners of the Bay Wide tournament will represent the region at the national tournament in Auckland to be held before the Rugby World Cup 2011 kicks off. For more information about what is happening in the Bay of Plenty before the Rugby World Cup 2011, visit bop2011.org.nz. To weather now. Tonight, fine, light southerlies, overnight a low of 3. Tomorrow, Thursday, fine apart from possible morning fog, easterlies, a high of 14 and a low of 4. Outlook for Friday, increasing cloudy periods, easterly winds, a high of 14 and a low of 9. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua tomorrow, Thursday, southeast rising to 10 knots late morning, waves below half a metre, fine apart from possible morning fog. If you've missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can always watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link. Or to view what's on in our city, click on the Upcoming Events link. Still to come in tonight's program, we find out about the events at this weekend's Blues Festival. We feature Australian actor and chef Paul Mercurio at his recent visit to Rotorua. And Ashley tells us about the new Open Home program, which launches tomorrow night on TV Rotorua.